Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s? We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright, guys, we are here today with episode number 26 of the Northern Iowa Panthers Dynasty right here on NCAA 14. Northern Iowa returns home this week for a showdown against the 2-4 Rice Owls, and they come into this game with a 6-1 record, securing bowl eligibility last week on the road against Louisiana Tech. With a number of key recruits coming to Cedar Falls for visits this week, it's important that Northern Iowa puts together a good showing and comes out of here with a win against Rice. But hello everyone and welcome to the UNI Dome here in Cedar Falls, Iowa. We got some Northern Iowa football for you here today as the Panthers host the Rice Owls. Northern Iowa busting out the all-black alternate uniforms here this week, looking to impress some key recruits here this week, including Matt Daniels, the wide receiver from Red Oak, Iowa. It is a 2nd down and 3 here on the opening drive for Northern Iowa. Cole Morgan's back to pass. He'll throw underneath, and that's caught by Taylor Otterstader for a gain of 4. 1st down, move those chains for Northern Iowa. Later in the drive, the Panthers now facing a 3rd and 3. Coming up on 5:45 to go here, opening quarter. They'll give to Charles up the middle, and Andrew Charles is going to be brought down just inches shy of the first. And so on 4th and inches, they bring in Aaron Bailey, the senior. They're going to probably trust him to get a couple inches here on 4th down. Bailey, they're going to mark him short. It looked to me like he got the 1st down maybe, but they're going to mark him down shy of the sticks. And he can't get a couple inches on 4th down, and Northern Iowa turns it over. Good starting field position here for Rice, but they're already facing a 3rd and 7. Granado back to pass. That's going to be caught by Wright. And Wright's got a 1st down inside the 25, I believe. Lance Wright again is 17 right there. 1st down here for Rice as they got it at the Northern Iowa call it 23. Granado back to pass. That's caught by Sella. Connor Sella, the tight end, going to get a gain of 10 and another 1st down before being dropped. But it'll be 1st down, and Rice is well in the red zone. It is 2nd down and 5. Now they'll give to Davis up the middle. Jawan Davis into the end zone, and Rice strikes first. Davis, the tailback, gets into the end zone untouched, and Rice has the 7-0 lead. It is a 3rd down and 2 now on the ensuing Northern Iowa possession. Cole Morgan back to pass. Caught underneath by Adam Mitchell. 1st down, gain of 5. Move those chains for Northern Iowa as the true freshman comes up to make a nice catch. Now facing a 3rd and 7 later in the drive, down to a minute and a half to go here, opening quarter. Cole Morgan back to pass, overthrows a man, incomplete. That'll be a 4th down, and Northern Iowa will have to punt this football away. The punt is going to be fielded at about his own 14. He muffs it, but he's going to fall back on top of it. So Rice avoiding disaster there as Davis took his eyes off the ball for a split second, but he's going to fall back on top of it. So they will avoid the turnover there. And on 2nd and 9, that will be caught underneath by Aston Walter for a gain of 11 and a 1st down. Rice has it out at their own 22. A minute to go here, opening quarter. The Owls already have a 7-0 lead. But on 1st down, Granado's got nothing doing. He's blown up in the backfield by Tommy Butler. Butler comes up to make the play. It's a loss of 2, and it'll set up a 2nd and 12 here for Rice. Now, later in the drive, facing a 3rd and 2. They'll get to Davis up the middle, and Jawan Davis going to get the 1st down. Gain of 8. 1st down, Rice. Move those chains for the Owls, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We played one here in Cedar Falls. Rice with the 7-0 lead, and they're on the move looking to extend the lead. They face a 3rd and 4 here, though, early in the 2nd quarter. As a man open, it's Jones, and Jeremy Jones will get a gain of 12. 1st down into Northern Iowa territory for Rice. They've got it at the Panther, call it 42. Granado will give off to Davis. He's got nowhere to go. Jawan Davis blown up by Jay Nelson. It's a loss of 4. Nelson, the senior linebacker, just came free and took the running back down. That play was over before it even got started. Now 2nd and 14 for Rice. Granado throwing to Walter. Missed tackles abound right there, and Aston Walter going to get again at 28. How are you going to let that happen if you're Northern Iowa? Anyway, now down to the 10, but it's 3rd and 1. You're not going to keep it. He's hit and stopped. Dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 3. Michael Johnson, the first man to him. Johnson, the true freshman, continuing to make big plays here in his freshman campaign. That's a big-time tackle for loss. It'll set up 4th down. Rice has to settle for the field goal try. And the kick is through the uprights, and so it's a 10-0 Rice lead. But Northern Iowa really got to try and get some offense going here on this next series. As they'll get to Charles up the middle. Andrew Charles bouncing off tackles for a gain of 15. 1st down as the ball is moved out across the 45. And so 1st down, they got it at their own 46 here. 5:50 to go here, opening half. Northern Iowa looking to get on the board here, but Cole Morgan going to be sacked right there. That's a loss of 9. Zach Abercrombie going to get the sack for Rice. And he just threw his offensive lineman off and got to Cole Morgan. He never had a chance. That's one of those times where maybe it hurts after making the switch because Bailey in that situation is maybe able to scramble. Well, on 2nd and 19, Bailey will come into the game. It's a design QB run, and Aaron Bailey will go up the middle for a gain of 13 to set up a more manageable 3rd down. And so you can see head coach Mario Means doing a good job utilizing the run game with the faster quarterback, while also still letting Cole Morgan continue to play since the offense has done better these past couple weeks with him in the game. And on 3rd down, Otterstader will make the catch on the slant. It's a gain of 15 and a Northern Iowa 1st down. You see right there just a beautiful throw to a wide open Taylor Otterstader. And Northern Iowa's got something going here on this drive. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 34, call it of Rice. Coming up on 3.5 to go here, opening half. They'll give to Smith. Tyvis Smith a big hole. And the senior tailback going to go up for a gain of 13. It's really been a disappointing senior campaign for Smith, who was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. But you can see he's still more than capable of making big plays when needed to. Cole Morgan back to pass on 1st down, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of 8. Carl Thompson, the first Rice defender to him, and he will get credit for the sack. Though really there were 3 Owls in the area, and Cole Morgan was not going to escape that one. Then the drive now it is 3rd and 19 here for Northern Iowa. 2 minutes to go here in this 1st half here in Cedar Falls. Cole Morgan back to pass, throws knocked away, incomplete. And that'll set up a 4th and 19. And Northern Iowa is going to call out the field goal unit to attempt a long one. Dortch's kick is good. And so the 45-plus yarder is good. I think it was about a 47-yarder if I remember correctly. And Northern Iowa is on the board. Now they'll go back to this Rice offense. There's Connor Sulla, the tight end, causing problems running through this Northern Iowa defense. Gain of 15, 1st down Rice. Granado back to pass. Yeah, it's back to Sulla. Flung down right away. There's going to be a flag, though. And they're going to call a face mask on the tackle. And that will be Tommy Butler, the free safety, who is the guilty party. That'll set up Rice with a 1st down at the 39 of the Panthers. So all of a sudden they got 1:41 and 3 timeouts to go 39 yards. They go to the screen here. There's Davis. Davis got a lot of running room. Davis inside the red zone, down inside the 20, drags the defender with him down to about the 16. And so a big gain on the screen, and it'll go 1st down JT Granado will keep it himself, go up the middle, gain of 11. And that'll set up 1st and goal from the 5. Still a minute and a half to go here in the first half. They'll pitch it out to Davis on the option. Davis nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard. Brad Parker, the Northern Iowa defender, to make the play. And so the loss of 1 sets up 2nd goal. Now it is 3rd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. They'll go to Dodds. Dodds brought down shy of the goal line. He's down at about the half-yard line. And Rice is not going to go for it. They will take the 3 points here. This is a little more than an extra point. It's really a chip shot. And so Rice takes a 10-point lead. Back to pass on 1st down. Has a man deep. It's Nissen on a gain of 18. And Northern Iowa, they're going to try and get into field goal range. That's a strike to Nissen again toward the sideline. Gain of 14. Nissen will get out of bounds to stop the clock. 1st down, Cole Morgan going deep again. This time it's Otterstatter. Otterstatter, a gain of 20. Then they drive 3rd and 16. Going deep. Time running out in the first half. There's Nissen deep. Gain of 22. They'll get the ball spiked. And they manage to drive down the field and steal 3 points here before halftime if the kick can be knocked through the uprights right here. George's attempt is going to be true and through the uprights. And so we reach halftime. It's a 7-point Rice lead. Northern Iowa drives down the field with under a minute to go in the first half. They manage to get 3 and make it a 1-score game going into the locker room. Rice gets the ball to start the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and inches here. And brought down in the backfield. Loss of 2. Temi Alaka, nowhere to go. They went the wideout screen this time after having success on the halfback screen earlier in the game. And that one is less successful as it'll set up a 3rd and 2. Granado going to give to Davis. Davis hit and dropped by Cooper. But there's a flag down. And they're going to call a face mask on the tackle. Are you kidding me? He grabbed him by his shoulder pads. How's that a face mask? And so instead of a 4th down stop, in my opinion, bogus face mask penalty will give Rice a free set of downs. And Granado looking to take advantage. He's going to be blown up in the backfield by Antoine Madsen on 1st down, though. The senior middle linebacker, undeterred, makes a play in the backfield, loss of 2 later in the drive, setting up a 3rd and 3. And Granado got all kinds of daylight, escaped 1 man, and he was off to the races. Finally dragged down at about the 15. Actually, it's a 1st down from the, call it 13 of Northern Iowa. Well inside the red zone. They'll throw to Sella. 1 man misses, Beeman misses, and Sella drags the man into the end zone. Touchdown Rice, Connor Sella, making this Northern Iowa defense look foolish. As he made the catch, Beeman looks like maybe slightly overran it. Maybe he didn't take a good angle. I don't know what it was. But he misses a tackle and Sella drags another defender into the end zone. And just like that, Rice goes down the field. They take the 20-6 lead. The ensuing Northern Iowa drive, it's 3rd and inches. They'll give to Charles. Andrew Charles up the middle for a gain of 7. It has not been the best day on the ground for Andrew Charles as he's at 11 carries but only 39 yards. The drive is now 3rd down and 4. Bailey going to keep it himself. Aaron Bailey checks into the game. He'll pick up 3 on the design QB run, but he's going to be marked down a yard shy of the 1st. 4th and 1. Northern Iowa going to gamble for it a little bit and go for it on 4th down. The QB sneak is successful as Bailey dives up the middle for a gain of 2, but he does pick up the 1st down. Later in the drive, it is now 3rd and 10. Cole Morgan back to pass, going, got a man, it's caught by Nissen. Elias Nissen a gain of 13, and that's a big 1st down on 3rd and 10. Cole Morgan 10 of 13, 126 yards. But we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter here in Cedar Falls. It is 20-6 Rice through 3. Northern Iowa's on the move, but they're facing a big 3rd and 10 when we come back. And indeed, a 3rd and 10 here to start this 4th quarter. Throws caught by Otterstatter. Otterstatter, all kinds of daylight. Otterstatter inside the 10, and he's down inside the 5. Big time play on 3rd and 10. They'll throw to Otterstatter on the slant, and Otterstatter was all alone. He makes the catch, cuts up field, gets inside the 10, and drags the defender down inside the 5. And it'll be 1st and goal, Northern Iowa coming up. Prime opportunity to reach the end zone for the first time today for this Panthers offense. It is 2nd and goal. Cole Morgan back to pass. Has a man. Touchdown, Elias Nissen. And Northern Iowa's finally reached the end zone. The tight end was wide open in the end zone. That was an easy pitch and catch from Cole Morgan to Elias Nissen. As you can see, he had about 3 yards of safety right there, just 3 yards of cushion in the end zone. And Northern Iowa's cut it back to a 1-score game. But you can see Rice about to take the field for their 5th drive of the game. They've scored on each of their first 4. So it falls on the defense to make a play, and they will do just that on 2nd and 6 as Lance Wright will make the catch on the screen, but he's blown up in the backfield, taken down immediately. That's a loss of 3. It looked like Eric Hicks was the defender to make the tackle. 3rd and 9, going deep, picked off, intercepted by Eric Hicks. So Hicks makes the tackle for loss on 2nd down, and he comes up with a big interception on 3rd down. The true freshman making plays for this Northern Iowa defense. They get a huge turnover, and now Northern Iowa with a chance to go down and tie this game. Cole Morgan back to pass. They're going to pass on 1st down immediately following the interception. Caught by Otterstatter toward the sideline. Gain of 13. 1st down, Northern Iowa. And now facing a 3rd and 5 from the 20. 4:50 to go here in Cedar Falls. Cole Morgan throws, caught on the slant. Big time catch. Joel Hood, the true freshman, makes his first grab of the game, and it's a big one. Moves the chains for the Panthers. Keeps the drive going. On 2nd and 2, the give to Charles. He's in. Touchdown, Northern Iowa. The true freshman tailback plunges into the end zone on 2nd and 2. And Northern Iowa has climbed back to make this a tie game pending the extra point. 3:44 to go here in Cedar Falls, and suddenly we got a good one on our hands. They'll throw to Wright. Wright makes a man miss on the screen, and a gain of 20 before being brought down. This is something the receiving core of Rice has done all the time, as on 3rd down that pass is nearly intercepted by Jay Nelson. Instead it falls harmlessly to the turf. And Rice will punt it away, and so Northern Iowa with 2.5 minutes to try and steal a victory in this game. Charles up the middle for a gain of 11 and a 1st down. 22 carries, 74 yards, and the score for the freshman. It is 2nd and 4 now, down to 1.5 minutes to go in regulation. Cole Morgan back to pass, going deep, going up, and making the play is Nissen. Elias Nissen leaving his feet, going airborne to make the catch, but it's a big one. 7 catches, 92 yards, and the score for the tight end. And it's a 1st down into Rice territory. Northern Iowa's offense really come alive here in this 4th quarter. 3rd down and 2, a big 3rd down. Cole Morgan going deep, caught over the middle. It's Nissen again. That's 17 more. 8 catches, 109 yards, and a score for Nissen. Cole Morgan, 226 yards through the air and a touchdown. No interceptions. But with 20 seconds left and a 1st down in the red zone, Northern Iowa with a good chance to walk out of here with the win. On 1st down, they'll give to Charles. He's in untouched. A 14-yard touchdown run for Andrew Charles, his 2nd of the day. And Northern Iowa has scored 21 unanswered. Northern Iowa erupts for 21 points in this 4th quarter, and they got a 7-point lead pending the extra point. Rice down to only 11 seconds to try and send this thing into overtime. Granado feeling the pressure. Gotta be dropped. It's a sack. It's Michael Johnson making the play, but there's a flag, and are you kidding me? It's another face mask. I mean, I'm not seeing where they're getting these face masks. It looks like they're grabbing them by the shoulder pads and bringing them down, but they're calling face mask anyway. And that'll set up a Hail Mary here. Granato going deep. Knocked away and complete. And the comeback is complete. Northern Iowa down 20-6 entering the final quarter. Emerges victorious 27-20. Cole Morgan a 196.4 QB rating, 17-20, 226 and a score. Completed 85% of his passes. And it's looking like we found the answer to some offensive struggles here in Cole Morgan. Charles, not his best day on the ground, 25 carries, 96 yards. Averaged under 4 yards a carry, but came up with 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, including the ultimate game winner with 17 seconds left. Bailey had 5 for 20. Tyvis Smith, the senior, chipped in 3 carries for 22 yards. Maybe should have tried to give him the ball a little bit more, but we really wanted to try and get Charles going, and ultimately he found some running room in that fourth quarter. Both tight ends, Otter Satter and Nissen Joe, for over 100 yards on 15 combined catches. Hood and Mitchell both had a catch apiece for a total of 12 yards. So the tight ends provide the damage in the passing game, as both of the top 2 tight ends will go for over 100 yards receiving. Butler and Parker both had 9 tackles. No one else had more than 4. And you can see, looking at the tackles for loss, Michael Johnson had 2. Parker had 2. There are about 6 defenders with 1. Johnson had the only sack. He continues a very nice true freshman campaign. He's been making plays, and I'm very glad we moved him to the defensive line from linebacker because he's been a playmaker. Hicks, the true freshman, had the lone turnover of the game, came up with an interception to get the ball back and help Northern Iowa tie it. You can see he had 3 deflections, and Dortch goes 2 for 2 on field goals with a long of 47. So Rice blows a fourth quarter lead. Northern Iowa scores 21 in the final frame to walk out of here with a 26-20 win. And we'll have to see if this comeback did enough to impress the recruits. As you can see, Matt Daniels has made his decision. He's going to be a Panther. The receiver from Red Oak commits following his visit. And now we can take a look at who else we got. You can see there is also an athlete who committed. So two players commit following the comeback win. And you can see Jenkins, Notre Dame really starting to get into this one. We have the lead for the time being, but I don't know if we're going to hold on to it. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Monitor that one closely. As expected, Brooks we are now a second team, but that was only because Pitt had their visit this week. We have a visit from him in 2 weeks. I'm still confident we can win that battle. I don't think there's too much to worry about. I like our chances to land Brooks. Powell, we are the only team to offer a scholarship, but we're still 1,000 points down. And we do not need a receiver anymore with the commit of Matt Davis. But since we're already going for Mills, maybe we give up on Powell. I don't know. George Chase, a tackle we are looking at, trying to get back into the race. Don't have a visit scheduled yet. Don't know at the moment if we are going to really win this one. We might get locked out, which is why we got Adam Stone, a backup plan, and no one else is going after him. So we'll keep points on him. If we can get both Chase and Stone, great. If not, you know what, I think we can at least get Stone, if not Chase. And you can see Michael Randall, we had a visit from him this week from Mason City. He was impressed, probably. The tight ends went off. And so we'll have to keep an eye on that battle in the coming weeks. I believe he visits Iowa in 2 weeks. And you can see we added some new people to the board. Looking at people from nearby states, namely Iowa and Nebraska, but also other neighboring states, just in an attempt to try and build up the neighboring states pipeline. And I think next year I want to try and limit the recruiting a little bit to only neighboring states, well, or at least as long as we can, seeing as how those states are not necessarily the most fruitful for recruiting. But if we can start by only going for them and then later obviously expand a little bit. I don't know, I'm not sure what I want to do yet with recruiting, but I definitely want to try and build pipelines in our neighboring states. And so that's why we're also going after Joel Weddle, a kicker. We don't need a kicker, but he would be an upgrade over the guys we got currently. And we're also looking at Charlie Horn, a linebacker from Papillion, Nebraska. And so, we're finding some new guys to add to the board. 25 targets right now. Recruiting's looking pretty good, honestly. But that'll do it for me today. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'm out. Have a great day, everybody.